Hello, everyone. It is almost Shabbat, and I wanted to come on today to talk just a little bit concerning a couple of things that I feel pressed to talk to you guys about. And so, there's the trash truck. The dogs are going to start barking, I think. But anyway, oh, here we go. That's enough, you guys. It's just the trash man. Okay? So, on a more serious note, you guys, I've noticed that there's been a great shaking that's been happening. A shaking corporately and a shaking personally, like within each and every one of us and within myself as well. You know, a lot of people are unsettled right now because of, well, it's an unsettling time. We'll just say that. But the things that are happening right now are happening because they're supposed to happen. Okay? You know, we're seeing shakeups within, like, governments. We're seeing shakeups as far as in, like, the war that's happening right now. You know, and a shakeup within just people in general. Like today, I was nearly physically assaulted trying to go down the sidewalk because I had to go to the store to get dog food. And this person called me the B word. You know, the reason why I'm touching on this is because I want you guys to understand, okay, that the dregs that are hidden, okay, and have settled down to the bottom are being shook, dislodged, so that they can rise to the surface and be dealt with. And so if we find ourselves in dealings right now, or correction from Father, or we're seeing stuff come up within ourselves that we're wondering, you know, where on earth did that come from? Okay, and I'm saying that one toward myself because that's where I've been. You know, each one of us has issues, okay? And if we say we don't have issues, we're deceiving ourselves in that, because, you know, none of us have completely, let me rephrase that. No one that I know of personally has transformed their flesh to the point that, you know, they've translated. Okay. So if we say that we don't have any issues, or that there's nothing wrong, you know, like I said, we're deceiving ourselves. Okay. And so, you know, we need to understand and not be so surprised when things are happening, when we see things happening, when we see the downturn of things, society, or Giovanni, stop that. No. Or within our church, within a fellowship, within the ecclesia. Giovanni, No. Within our pets. Everything that we see that is where things don't seem to make sense, or people's actions don't seem to make sense. Understand that's just dregs. Not that that person is a dreg, but there's dregs within them that's being brought to the surface. Within me, within you, okay, within us all, because the Father is trying to clean things up. Okay, he's telling us, has been telling us, get in the ark. Okay, to seek him, to sit at his feet, to pray. Okay, and so hold on one second, I have to deal with a dog. Kids. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. Trying to remember my last train of thought. As far as, the things that are being dredged up and shown and revealed, okay, if we could not get so reactive about that and understand that that's just what Father's doing right now, you guys. And so it's he's doing that because Yeshua will have a pure bride. Okay? And so if we're his bride, then everything has to be cleaned up. We have to start refocusing ourselves, okay, and come more to his feet. Remember the last prophetic word, okay? We're in that bitterness time, the time of bitter waters, okay? And a lot of people are kind of bucking and kicking against it. I've noticed that. And you guys, whether we like it or not, we're all going through it. Humanity as a whole. We're all going through that. And we can get lost in that wilderness, or we can come out leaning on our beloved victorious, okay? And so in my own walk, there's been something that has come up, and I'm like, wow, when did that develop? And I don't like that. That doesn't look like you, Father. And so I'm going to take some time and voluntarily sit down, okay, from ministry, because, and that doesn't mean, a lot of times when people get that connotation, oh, that minister had to sit down, that it's a bad thing. Oh, what did they do wrong? They got to sit down, all that. And no, that isn't always the case, because especially like when one of us will voluntarily do it, it's the responsible thing to do. It is what is needed for someone in leadership to sit at Father's feet and to focus on him and let him help them punch through that, okay? And it isn't always a bad thing. And another thing, the Father has been telling us, and you guys have heard me on this channel banging that drum of going to the Father's feet. Psalm 91, Psalm 91, Psalm 91. And to get in the ark. What is the ark? The ark is Yeshua. Okay? The only way to get rid of the things that we need to get rid of and to become equipped for the next part of what's going to be happening is to sit at the Father's feet. And I've said that, because the Ruach told me this, okay, for us Messianic or Nazarene people, and the Jewish people, Rosh Hashanah has already happened. So therefore, we are already in 2023 or 5783, okay? Which means that this year is a year to be focused on prayer, which means not just, oh, I'm going to say a 5-minute prayer here, a 2-minute prayer there. That isn't what he's talking about, okay? This year, the focused time of sitting before him and sitting there for however long it takes, whether it be an hour, whether it be 5 hours, okay? We have got to learn this year, we've got to learn this very, very vital spiritual discipline, because it will absolutely refocus us. It will absolutely refocus us on the Father, where we're supposed to be, because I'm telling you guys, bad times are coming, okay? And I've been telling this, I've been banging that drum for a while, okay? Our religious ways of doing things, all right? Business as usual, life as we know it is done. He has shifted us over into a different way of being with him. And it requires more spiritual discipline. We have to position ourselves with him to receive. And the way to do that is sitting at his feet. I encourage you to go look at the recent prophetic words from Glenda Lomax. Because some of the words that she's been giving, that Father's been saying through her, I've been hearing the same thing, but some of it is blistering, just blistering, okay? That is how Father is talking to us now. Why? Because we won't step up and do what we need to do. And it isn't because he's angry with us. It isn't that. It's that he is concerned for our well-being. He doesn't want to see us suffer. He doesn't want to see us, go through lack and drama, all this stuff. He doesn't want that for us. So he's telling us what to do and how to make that shift over. It is at his feet. That's what he even said in his last word that he gave me. All the things of self must die there at his feet in this bitter wilderness, in this time of bitter waters. The bitter part isn't because he's going to be bitter with us. Is to show us the dregs and the nasty parts about ourselves. That's what makes it bitter. When we have to realize that there's the yucky stuff there that we don't ever want to acknowledge, but he sees it. We have to deal with these things, you guys. We're in that part. Just as Israel came to Marah, bitter, in their journey toward the promised land, so must we do the same. Everything that they ever knew and lived and all that changed when he pulled them out. It's the same thing for us. They went through it. We must also go through it, so that we can learn how to be in habitation with the Father. We have to learn how to do that. And we can't be walking around all up in our flesh or in our soul, right? Because those two things work against him. We must learn how to be in the Spirit. The way to do that is to break all this carnal nonsense about ourselves. And I don't mean like carnal, like filth, da-da-da. What I'm saying is perceptions. The focus on the five senses world. I've said this a bazillion times. I'll say it again. We cannot keep going on trying to do things that are old order in what the new is coming. He's shifting everything up. He is pulling us into a deeper relationship. We must take that time to sit at his feet. Empty this, shut this thing down. Shut this thing off. And just sit there. You know, everybody wants to know his heart and his mind. Well, while we're full of ourselves and our own thoughts and what we think and how we perceive and what we assume and all these things, when we're so full of that, we're not going to get to know what his heart and his mind is. We have to scale that back. Right now, all of us are about to embark on getting our character shaved back. And I mean shaved clear back down to the bare bone. So that he can rebuild that. So he can put new sinew on that. Rebuild us up in the image and likeness of him again. Because while we still have flesh, that doesn't look like him. That looks like us. And, you know, even the good, what we consider to be good parts of our flesh, okay? Oh, well, I'm a giving person and, you know, I'm not selfish or I'm not, you know, da-da-da-da-da-da, right? And you know, we react out of that and we do works out of that thinking, oh, well, it's good so it can stay. No. Even the good things, so long as it is flesh inspired, must die. All flesh. Flesh has a death sentence. Okay? So, you know, I got to be careful because I'll take off preaching about that. But as far as me and my sitting down time, I don't think it'll be for too long. It just depends. It just depends. So if you don't see me on here for a while, that's why. I'm just going deep into the Father. And I've already let other people in ministry know. I let my apostle know today, and he agrees with me that it's a good thing. A good thing to just sit down for a while and refocus and go deep into the Father, punch through some things, you know, because Father already told me what it's going to be like for me, you know, how he's going to bring me out. And so I have to do that, you know, so that I'm positioned, trained and ready, equipped and ready to go. So, you know, if you don't have a relationship with Yeshua, I highly recommend you get one. If you don't communicate with the Holy Spirit, Ruach HaKodesh, I highly recommend you start building that communication. Because if there's ever a time to let go of rebellion and lawlessness and our own self, the time is now. Because of what's coming, you guys. And, you know, it's about to get real bumpy. So we need to learn how to get in that secret place. Psalm 91, secret place. And, you know, sit there at the Father's feet, fortify ourselves spiritually, prepare spiritually. Now, I've been coaching you guys, you know, telling you guys, start putting stuff away, right? Stock things up. But now, I'm telling you, again, I say, get yourselves prepared spiritually. Stock up. That's what I'm going to have to be doing too. Okay? Refocus. Stock up on the Word of Father. Stock up on, you know, prep that up. In other words, put it up. Time with the Father. Getting my oil and to spare. Okay? That is at his feet. You guys, anything that we need is at his feet. All right, so anyway, that's all I wanted to come on and say today. I noticed my comment section has been very, very silent lately. I'd like to know if you guys have prayer requests, let me know. comment down below, okay? And if you have prayer requests, let me know in the comments so that I can look at those and in my prayer time take those before the Father. Okay, you guys? So anyway, Shabbat Shalom. All right. Love you guys very much. And Hanukkah starts the evening of the 18th. So for those of you who celebrate that, um, you know, by all means, have a good Hanukkah. Eat lots of sweets. So, anyways, all right, you guys. Much love. Blessings upon you all. And I'll see you soon, Abba willing. Okay? Till next time. Bye bye.